Morning, everyone. I didn't know whether there'd be time left for me to speak, but I'll try to go through this quickly. Team 5 is in charge of the communications part of the review of this. It was identified in the ad hoc work plan as approved by council and review the communications with taxpayers. In reviewing past communications, there was subcommittee's consensus that information needed to be distributed in various forms in a concise and clear way. Sorry if my voice has gone bad. It was understood in the review that there will always be some people that may not get the information. And it was also stated that the municipality must be proactive, ensuring the public is aware of pending decisions of significant impact. Section 2 was identifying gaps in the communications to date. And it was concerns that were raised are working with seasonal residences in the area. It's Christmas time. There's a good turnout here this morning. That's a positive sign when there's something, people will be here for a meeting. Also, gaps was identifying a number of ways that the committee and the council distributes information, and that was through electronic ways and other ways, so that if we do have information, it gets sent to everyone in every way possible. Item 3 was identifying the need for future meetings. And then on to the second. Rest of it. I only have 2 slides, but I have a little bit of verbiage here. So the need number of public meetings, and that's what we're at here today, is the public meeting, and it was talked about at the committee how to set this up, and then this is the format that was outlined by the chairman. So item 4 was assist in the development of presentation to help fill the gaps, and the key part of that, to keep it short, is that we ensure that there is one consistent, fact-based message that is sent to the public, and that it be complete information. And the information that's been presented here this morning has been gone over by this committee very thorough. There's been a lot of information gathered, a lot of time spent by everyone in the committee, and it's all, the numbers are good, the numbers are right. But we have to ensure that all the numbers are there and everything's taken out. I'm going to make a reference to the BMA study that was just referenced. It showed that the water rates were the highest of the 44 municipalities. That same study, if you look at the complete study, it also shows that residential tax rates as the lowest in our comparison group. So both ends of that and the complete report, it's important to have all the information. We want clear, honest facts, that has been said many times, but we need complete facts and we need both sides of the stories. That's just one comment. And I guess item 5 is the formulative recommendations to council, and they're up there on the board. We'll go back to the next one. Utilize your electronic media, electronic boards, Facebook, Clear. Continue to provide Living in Lambton Shores in the newsletter. There's a recommendation from the committee. We talked about it. We had discussions at our committee about a newsletter that would be delivered sometime in February to bring the findings and the recommendations from this to the people of zones 3 and 4 and let you know what we are doing and what has, where we are. That would be mailed to everyone. And the ad hoc committee would review that before council approved it. We put that newsletter on the website. There's also a recommendation that council develop, or a possible recommendation, and we're here today to get more input. So if there's other input on recommendations, that's what we're here to gather today. We'll add this, and when the report gets written at the end, it will have all those facts in it. Recommendation that council develop a public survey for all communication issues in Lambton Shores, similar to the waste management survey. And that survey was done last spring, and it's just the results have come back from that. It was a longer process. It was a very involved process. We had very good response to that type of survey, and I would suggest that we do the same for all communication issues, and that's what's being recommended by this committee. And the last recommendation is all residents on sewers should be kept informed of decisions that will impact sewer rates. So it's all part of communication, and that's all I have. And just in closing, we've got a lot of good information here. The report's going to come to council. Council is going to look at it, is going to review it, implement stuff. You will know what's going on before anything happens. You will know what the costs are going to be. Thank you. Thanks to Carl. Carl has done a tremendous amount of work for this committee.
I would just like to have Doug Bonesteel come up and just deliver some parting remarks.
We're going to give you a break now because I understand Numbum. I used to sit through a lot of meetings in my professional career. The lady at the back in the red jacket, Councillor Scott, or as we affectionately refer to her as Vanna, because she turns the letters all the time. If you'd like to give her your questions, what we'll do is take a 10-minute break. We'll bring the questions up here and collate them. We'll answer the ones that we're able to, and maybe give it a half an hour, and then we'll do a wrap-up and let you know where we go from here, what the next steps are. Does that sound reasonable? Okay, so 10 minutes. If you've got your questions done, great. Give them to Lori.